good morning. How's everyone doing today? We about to see some Zendikar. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning wherever you're at.
Can't get lost in the countryside anyway.
They just went live. Perfect timing, MTG. Let's kill this music. Let's get some stream going. How's everybody doing today? Y'all excited about some Zendikar? Goodness gracious. Time to party. Let me know if you can hear that okay. Brought myself down just a little bit. Mark Rosewater famously had a tough time getting his coworkers excited about the idea of a Lands Matter set. Eventually, he made it happen, aided by nicknaming the world what silly name. Gotta be Lands-A-Palooza, right? That's the way I would go.
It was Lands-A-Palooza that would officially go on to become Zendikar, a world all about lands.
Lands-A-Palooza.
The original Zendikar featured a
Very
whopping
cool.
20 non-basic lands, and mechanics like landfall that really cared about lands. Finally, the vision of a land-focused world was complete. Some of Magic's most popular cards were born on Zendikar, and some of the characters introduced there are coming back in Zendikar Rising. You'll see. Which of these green cards first appeared in the Zendikar set?
Let's swap over to the stream.
Was it STRIXHAVEN, Avenger of Zendikar, Harrow, or Omnath, Locus of Mana?
First appeared in Zendikar. It's not A. It's not C. We know that. I'm going with D here. No, that was Whirlwake, wasn't it? It's either B or D. Nope, there you go. That was Whirlwake. Who was the Green Walker? Food Time was 100% right on this one, y'all. We were all wrong. Everyone bow before Food Time's might. Who was the Green Walker?
Zendikar is a world full of adventure and peril, with daring souls who explore lands in search of untold treasure. At the heart of all this change is
We got 7 minutes before the stream actually starts in earnest.
That creates
It is time to see some new cards, y'all.
That can cause the ground underneath you to crack, or begin floating in the air. The follow-up to Zendikar
Let me know
was
if
the
the official stream is coming through. Now's your chance to tell me.
Upped the adventure even
It is too
further
quiet.
and
It is
brought
too
new
loud.
twists to a lot of popular mechanics from Zendikar.
Tim, what's
Worldwake
up?
had a lot in it, but which of the following did not first appear in Worldwake? Was it Landfall on Instants and Sorceries, the multi-kicker mechanic, a Planeswalker with 4 abilities, or a legendary elemental?
Lotus Cobra. Exactly what we need. More land ramp, right?
A legendary elemental. The Rise of the Eldrazi set took the focus off of lands and shifted it onto the gigantic creatures known as the Eldrazi. They were trapped on Zendikar millennia ago by 3 planeswalkers, but in this set, a different 3 planeswalkers, Jace, Chandra, and Sarkhan, convened in the Eye of Ugin and accidentally set them free, unleashing them on the world of Zendikar, changing the multiverse forever.
Y'all know who are the 3 that
The 3 planeswalkers that originally locked away the Eldrazi on Zendikar were Sorin, Ugin, and who? Was it Urza,
Nope.
Nahiri,
Yep.
Obnixilis,
Nope.
or Nicol Bolas?
Nope. Actually, after Soren did it, he was like, man, this might work on Nicol Bolas. But he kind of did, it kind of didn't. Got him locked away on the, what do you call that? Dream plane? The Exile of Permanent and Scry plane? Food time, there's a question for you in the Discord. Meditation Realm, thank you. Bring it down just a little bit there. Let me know if that's good for the stream.
Nahiri.
I want to be able to hear him over my mug.
The Eldrazi begin to ravage Zendikar, and our heroes needed help. Soren eventually went to Tarkir to look for Ugin. Jason Chandra also left the plane. And then, eventually, the story picks back up in the set Battle for Zendikar. What year did Battle for Zendikar release? Was it 2014, 2015, 2016, or 2017?
This is interesting how they're doing this time around. The questions fall into the next question and they all have to do with each other. And I like the narration too, with a little bit of a story in between. Normally these are just questions that pop up. They've spent a little more time on this release stream for sure. Let's start out with a little card here. We got 3 minutes.
2015.
Just seeing this from Matt Sperling.
At the end of the battle, the Eldrazi are defeated.
Ooh.
The Planeswalkers of Battle for Zendikar take an oath to protect the multiverse from any and all threats.
Frame, y'all.
They form the Gatewatch.
This is
in
what
Oath of the Gatewatch. The Planeswalkers' oaths to protect the multiverse was represented by a cycle of oath enchantments.
That is gorgeous.
Which of these characters did not get an oath in Oath of the Gatewatch? Was it Chandra, Jace,
and the
Nissa,
showcase frame
or
ruined crab
Liliana?
right there? Woo. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is pretty. That is a pretty card. That is a pretty showcase frame. Gotta be honest. That is nice. Two more minutes and then we are on to this. The hype is building to a cacophony.
Liliana. After the events of the Battle for Zendikar block, Zendikar is slowly returning back to normal. Many residents of the plane are back to their adventuring ways, and the Royal is plenty active and uncovering all sorts of new lands. And speaking of the new lands in Zendikar Rising, Mark Rosewater told the world all about the new dual lands. How many did he say that there would be? Was it 5, 6, 10, or 11?
How many dual lands? All right. Ooh, Goat Guy, I hope we get a trailer too. I'm hoping we start with a trailer and then we'll go into the kind of like campy, you know, it's going to be funny, it's going to be cute, but it's going to be campy. With the MTG personalities bouncing around.
Six.
All right, we're close. We're there. 23 seconds, y'all. Let's get it going. We'll start with the trailer. That's what I want to start with. Let's go full screen. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go, everybody.
This will change Zendikar forever. Careful.
We need to leave now.
Song do you think they're going to cover at the end? Like we've got a MacGuffin in this set.
No. What is this thing, Nahiri?
No more storms or disasters. No more hellish monsters. This is our chance.
Our chance? Xerath's chance? No.
I'm so sorry, Akiri. I truly am.
Akiri? That's a little cheesy, but that was a cool trailer. Yo, Nahiri antagonist confirmed. That was crazy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jimmy Wong.
And I'm Becca Scott.
And we are here today to tell you about Zendikar Rising, the newest set for Magic the Gathering.
That's right, Jimmy. As you know, Zendikar is all about adventure, exploration, and reward. And it's full of floating hedrons, skyclaves, and, of course, the royal.
And because it is an adventure world, we're here today on our adventure set, and we're about to go on a little adventure of our own. But before we get into it, let's find out what's been happening on the world of Zendikar.
Yeah, it sure looked like Akiri's dead to me. That was cool that they included a character in that.
Oh,
Hi, Jimmy and Becca. Welcome back to Zendikar. I hear you're about to go on an adventure to learn about the card set. So let me tell you a little bit about what's been happening on this plane since the last time we were here. The Eldrazi are gone, but the Royal is still a pretty serious threat. It's like this world's natural defense system. You have to watch out for those unexpected earthquakes and lava elementals. Definitely watch out for the lava elementals. And as we saw in the trailer, Nahiri is willing to do anything to get rid of the Royal, and I think it'd have some serious repercussions here on the plane. So good luck on your adventure. Actually, you might need some companions to kind of help watch your back. So let me introduce you to the planeswalkers that you're going to meet here on Zendikar. First up, we have Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients.
Seen it.
2 red-white. This card features Nahiri standing in front of a repaired sea gate. And it comes in this beautiful borderless treatment, featuring Nahiri cool. descending into a cavern looking for an ancient core artifact. Next up, we have Jace Mirror Mage. 1 blue. And here in this card, we've got Jace featured back-to-back with his illusion, who's acting as his bodyguard.
If you haven't seen them yet.
This also comes in an amazing borderless treatment that features Jace and his double, surrounded by vignettes of his adventures within the Skyclaves of Zendikar. Nissa is also here on Zendikar, and I'm really excited to show you these 2 pieces of art. In this one, she's descending a floating staircase of a Skyclave looking for something, and in this amazing piece of art, which will be on her borderless card, you can see Nissa exploring the wilds of Zendikar, looking hopeful as the land restores itself now that the Eldrazi are gone. I hope those planeswalkers help keep you company. I have one more bit of information before you go. If you're interested in learning more about what our heroes are up to in Zendikar Rising, we're going to be releasing web fiction that'll fill you in on all of those details. So keep an eye out for that soon.
Perfect.
Until then, good luck. Bye.
I've been calling
Thanks,
for the return
Maris.
of the web
That was
fiction for a
awesome.
while.
Becca, what do you say? Shall we get into it?
Let's do it, Jimmy. But you know what? We could cover more ground if we split up.
Good idea. Let's do that.
All right.
Adventure!
Adventure!
As long as it's good, food time. It just needs to be good. Ikoria was so fun to read.
Hey everybody, like many of you, I'm adventuring from home. So let's talk about that Jace card we just saw. It had Kicker, a fan favorite mechanic that we are very excited to bring back in Zendikar Rising. In fact, let's check out a new card with Kicker, and that's Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay, Bloodchief's Thirst. This is a sorcery for 1 black mana, with Kicker, 2 and a black. You may pay an additional 2B as you cast this spell. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. If the spell was kicked, instead destroy target creature or planeswalker. Great in the early game for taking out small threats, fantastic in the late game for taking out anything. Kicker is awesome, and it gives you a ton of flexibility. Late in the game, you've got a lot of extra mana, dump it into some super powerful spells. That brings us to our other returning mechanic for Zendikar Rising. It's Landfall. Now, land is a major player on the plane of Zendikar. Look no further than the return of the famous Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra, 1 and a green,
Somebody
creature
in chat called
snake.
this one.
Landfall, whenever
Lotus
a land
Cobra's
enters the
back.
battlefield under your control, add
That's
1
a pretty
mana
piece
of
art,
any
too.
color. This snake has been fueling explosive green
With the
decks
lotus
for
on the
years,
hood.
and it's back for another go. And in Zendikar Rising, Landfall cards have a special showcase frame that you can see here on Lotus Cobra. The frames were inspired by travel posters, and they're meant to show off the
That
vibrant and
is
dangerous world of
sick.
Zendikar. Just look at this frame, isn't that beautiful? Okay, and next up, you know what? There's no one
Love
here. These ferns aren't going to stop me. I'm going to show you another Landfall card. We're gonna do that. Commander players, listen up. This one might be very interesting for you. Introducing Omnath, Locus of Creation. That's right, Omnath is
Here we
back
go.
and has spread into a 4th color with white. It's a legendary elemental. When Omnath Locus of Creation enters the battlefield, draw a card. Landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, add 4 mana, a red, a green, a white, and a blue. If it's the third time, Omnath deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control.
Wow.
And you can also collect Omnath in that gorgeous showcase
And it's got
frame.
a sick
It's a
frame
legendary
with cool
creature
art. The
ready
foil of
to
this is
lead your
gonna be
commander deck.
so choice.
And those are the 2 returning mechanics of
y'all.
Zendikar Rising.
Landfall
Adventurers,
Commander.
It's time for the rest of your
Hell
quest.
yeah.
Good
And it's
luck.
4 colors. Oh, baby.
Okay, so we know there are a lot of returning mechanics for the set, but I want to know if there's anything new. So I'm gonna try to radio into base and see if they can tell me anything.
My goodness, that Omnath.
Just gonna.
That Omnath was worth the entire stream.
And-
That's awesome.
Jimmy?
Mike?
Jimmy?
Mike! Hey, it's Mike Turian. How's it going?
Hey, Jimmy, I'm glad you're getting reception out there. How's the adventure going?
It's going pretty well. I'm staying hydrated. My feet feel good, so thumbs up for me.
That's good, that's good. So what do you need?
Well, I'm trying to find out everything I can about the new Zendikar set, so I figured you might be able to help.
Aye, then you've come to the right place. Thousands of years ago, before the land had a name, before the wind was born, Zendikar was a place of legend.
Okay, hey, Mike, you know, running short on time here, do you think we could just
Jimmy
sort of
is
skip
all of us
ahead and
right
talk
now.
about the new mechanics in the set?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, great.
We've actually got 2 new mechanics. And when we created them, we wanted to go back to that original feel of Zendikar and capture what everybody loves about Magic and Zendikar. The first mechanic I wanted to share with you is the party mechanic. It's aimed at making you feel like you're on an adventure with your friends. What you're going to do is get your 4 adventuring classes. You're going to want your warrior, your wizard, your rogue, and of course, what every party needs, your cleric.
Yeah, there we go. That's perfect.
And you get bonuses for having your party all together. Here, let's take a look at Shepherd of Heroes.
New cards. I'm always excited for this.
So with the Shepherd of Heroes, not only is it a 5-mana, 3/4 flyer, but when it comes into play, you get 2 life for each member of your party.
That's
wow. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. You know, the more party members you have, the more life you're going to be able to heal and save up because you got people to defend you and fight for you and heal you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's exactly what you'd expect
it's like a different take on tribal.
On Zendikar to be doing. So next up, we see Acquisitions Expert. As a 1/2 rogue, it's a little creature, you know, it gets in there, it does a little bit of damage, but the great thing about it is the party mechanic here, you get to force your opponent to discard a card, and once again, if you have that full party, you're choosing from up to 4 different cards from their hand to make them discard 1.
Wow, that's so flavorful. I'm a big fan of that.
Tazri. You can see here, a 4/6
Legendary.
for 5 mana. That's alright. If you have a full party to cast Tazri, that's a 1 mana 4/6 creature.
Are there any other legendary creatures that we might be
that
able
was
to take a
so
look
fast.
at?
I'll bring up
Let's
bring that up soon.
LANDFALL. 3 mana, 3 flyer.
Another legendary.
Great to start off with. You can lock down one of their creatures as long as you have a full party, you know, turn after turn. That's so powerful in Magic to be able to just choose one of your opponent's creatures and say, nope, time out for you. Sit over here.
I'll bring these up again in a minute.
That's fantastic. I mean, this
So
is
we
just
can
so
look
much
at 'em
fun. I
a
love the
little
way that
closer.
you're incorporating that classic sense of adventure and gathering together with a group of friends to get out there with your band of like traveling companions. Really cool stuff.
In Zendikar Rising, party is not just for creatures, it's also on spells. Let's take a look at Spoils of Adventure. For 6 mana, 3 life and 3 cards, that's a pretty good deal. But if you have a full party, that'll be 2 mana for 3 life and 3 cards. That's
Yo, we
amazing.
D&D now.
Wow, that is an insane deal. And you should be rewarded if you have a full adventuring party around you.
Yeah, it's really great to capture party on Zendikar, right? It is a world about adventure, and so you're going to want to go and collect that full party, and so you can have a great adventuring experience.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, you said 2 new mechanics, so what else is there?
Another new mechanic is we're bringing back double face cards, and this time we're calling them modal double face cards, or modal DFCs for short.
Whoa.
Okay, modal DFCs.
Yeah, and the modal piece of it is the front of the card and the back of the card, when you cast a modal DFC, you're just choosing which side you play, right? So in Zendikar, because Zendikar is all about land, the back of the cards, each in Zendikar, have a land, right? So for instance, Valakut Stoneforge comes into play tapped, and it taps for red. Now, in the late game, of course, you're probably not going to want that land. Then go ahead and cast Valakut Awakening and get a quick refresh on cards in your hand. That flexibility is really great.
Yeah, that flexibility is great. It really changed the way that you can even build your deck now because you have these cards that function both as spells and lands.
We wanted to bring the new modal DFC mechanic to dual lands, right?
Oh
and what
my
we
gosh.
did is we introduced a cycle of pathway lands.
There's a lot to unpack
Clearwater
here.
pathway and Murkwater pathway, tap for blue on one side, black on the other. And all you do is when you have them in your hand, you just say, hey, do I want blue mana? If you do, Clearwater pathway. If you want black mana, Murkwater pathway. Choose the side you play, put it out, no drawback, really amazing.
Yeah, that is insane. I love that. You really get the sort of like the ability to choose what color you need in the moment. And the best part is no drawback, like you said.
Yeah. And so, of course, you know, when we're introducing this amazing cycle of pathway lands, we knew we needed to bring that awesome borderless treatment to them. The great thing here with 2 sides, you get 2 pieces of art on every card, totally borderless. It's so exciting.
Well, Gary, I'm assuming you can only play 4 in a deck the same way, but this is insane.
Zendikar Rising.
How common are these going to be? How many booster packs do I need to crack to see one of these?
Oh, hey, that's one of the great things about modal DFCs. Every draft booster of Zendikar Rising is going to have a modal DFC in it. You might not always get the rare pathway, but every draft booster of Zendikar Rising will have a modal DFC in it. With all of those modal DFCs, we've reimagined what we're doing for our helper card, right? So here's a modal DFC helper card, and it's really easy to use. You just get out a marker or a pen, write what's on one side, what's on the other, and then fill in that information that'll make it easy for you to remember when you're shuffling it into your deck.
Mike, thank you. This was so amazing. I can't wait to see these new mechanics in action, and I especially can't wait to get my hands on these modal DFC cards. So thanks again, and you know what? I actually have to get going because I really don't want to get stuck out here before.
Yeah, they can't make those too rare.
Okay, be careful out there, Jimmy.
I feel like those are going to be
just
so
remember
expensive,
one
y'all.
thing. No matter what, you should never, ever, ever, ever.
Mike? Mike? Mike! Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, you need 4 of those. You need 4 of every one of those. Right.
Oh, hi. I've been looking through these old books, trying to find some information on Zendikar Rising.
That's going to be historic, pioneer.
So far, I haven't had any luck. I think
modern.
it's time to ask for some help. Let's check back in with Maris and see what she knows.
Commander?
Maris?
Right. Oh my god.
Hey!
Hey, Becca, what's
Those
up?
are going to be expensive.
Okay, well, I'm on a quest to find out everything I can about Zendikar Rising. I wonder if you have any information you could share?
I absolutely do. You know what? I can tell you about Booster Fun.
Ooh, yeah, please.
Let's start with the lands, because you and I know that players love the full art basics, and Zendikar has got those. You can get full art basics in the set boosters as well as draft booster packs. And if you happen to be someone who wants the foil full art lands, you can find these in collector boosters. There will be 1 foil full art basic in every collector booster pack.
I am
Those all look
mind blown by the
great.
dual
Okay,
lands.
what else can we look forward to in this set?
Well, there's so much to collect in Zendikar, and I think you're gonna be really excited about this next part. Expeditions are coming back.
Expeditions! Yes! Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have to pick up all of those.
They are going to be back as box toppers, and any of the booster displays, you are going to be able to get Expedition box topper. So if it's a set booster display, draft booster display, you're going to get a non-foil Expedition card. And if you're getting a collector booster display box, you're going to get 2 non-foil Expedition cards.
What? 2 non-foil Expedition cards. Okay, that's amazing.
And if you're interested in getting a foil Expedition, those are exclusive to collector boosters.
Ooh, nice. Okay, are they all lands?
Oh yeah. All 30 expeditions are lands, and 10 of them are allied and enemy fetch lands.
Oh, nice. You knew what I was gonna ask. Oh, wow, these look
So 10 of them.
beautiful.
I mean, check these out.
Can we just see some more?
Oh, of course, of course. Let's see. Here is Morphic Pool,
Yes. Oh, I love it.
and then check out Prismatic Vista.
Oh.
So these frames are inspired by the core
So we're gonna get some of those,
Zendikar
too.
Rising. And the final one that I'm going to show you for our Eternal players is Wasteland.
Nice. Okay, something for the Eternal players. Beautiful. Maris, all of that art is incredible. Thank you so much for helping me on my adventure.
You are so welcome, Becca.
Boy, I wish Jimmy was here to see all this. I wonder where he is right now.
Well, this has been insane so far, y'all.
Becca! I get so lost.
Gosh.
Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm still Matt Tabak, and I'm still in the business of showing you awesome things. Now in Zendikar Rising, we're introducing a new type of booster pack called the Set Booster. It's gonna revolutionize the way we all open booster packs. We found out a lot of you out there just really love cracking packs. So while draft boosters are still the best way to play the game, and collector boosters is the shortcut to all the hottest cards in the set, anytime you just want to open up a booster pack and feel that
This is
Zendikar goodness,
insanity.
the Set Booster is where it's at. Let's take a look at a quick rundown of some of what you'll find in a Zendikar Rising set booster. First off, you'll always get an art card, and there's a small chance that art card will be upgraded with a gold stamped signature from the artist. Next, you'll get a full art basic land, and that full art
Variants of
basic land
variants,
could
y'all.
be foil. Next up, a mix of commons and uncommons. Now the cards within each rarity connect to each other. We're going to show off themes, mechanics, and even creative elements from within the set. You'll get a common or uncommon showcase or modal double-faced card. Next up, a guaranteed foil and a guaranteed rare or mythic rare. Then we have the wild card slots. Now these are really wild. They could be anything from commons right up to mythic rares. About a quarter of set boosters will also contain a card from the list. Now you may be asking yourself, what is the list?
I had forgotten about
and why
the
do I
list.
have to say it so dramatically? Well, that part came from legal, but I can tell you this. The list is a curated list. It's like 300 cards from Magic's history that we chose to show off just some of the cool and weird stuff we've done. It's like slivers and, offbeat mechanics and things you're just not expecting to see, but you're gonna see them in a brand new booster pack. But I mean, I could sit here and talk about the list all day long, but I'm gonna instead show you 3 cards. Food Chain, Simian Spirit Guide, and Slimefoot the Stowaway.
Food Chain is a nice reprint. Wow, wow, wow.
Now remember, cards from the list aren't standard legal, but they are legal in many other formats. You just get to enjoy
Cat's not
opening
into
lots.
this.
And that's it for set boosters. Yeah, you'll get your hands on them real soon with Zendikar Rising. Stay safe out there.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. We've got lots to talk about, y'all.
Becca!
Expedition lands, Omnath, Party Mechanic, Dual lands. Goodness gracious. Well, Food, we actually don't know what the value of this slot's gonna be.
Jimmy!
Becca!
Follow the sound of my voice.
Yeah. Oh, Becca, thank goodness.
I'm right here.
I was stuck in the dark. It was so scary and there were monsters.
Okay, that's great, Jimmy. Look what I found.
Ooh, treasure?
Yeah.
Oh, should we open it?
Obviously, and look who's here with us. It's Mark Hagan.
Hello.
Oh, hey Mark, how's it going?
Great, how are you guys doing?
Very,
Showing
very
off that
good.
sneaker collection behind him. Look at that.
Let's see what is inside. It's the whole next year of Magic.
You've seen some of the stuff we're doing this year, but now it's time to go into the future and talk through what we're doing in 2021.
Let's take a look. All right, first up we have an axe.
Somebody's getting the axe. huh?
Norse set.
That's right. Coming this winter, we are going to Kaldheim. So this is Magic's Viking world. We've seen glimpses of it before. We got a whole set coming to kick off 2021.
Amazing. All right, all right.
I think I was a Viking in another life, so into this.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Next up,
Kaldheim.
this is a scroll of sorts.
Next up, we are going back to school with STRIXHAVEN. So this is the most elite magical university in the multiverse, and it consists of these 5 colleges that are kind of battling it out with their own takes on magic. And it's a set unlike anything we've done before. Pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
Wow.
And what is
dude.
inside
We Harry
here?
Potter
But-
now.
Whoa, a gelatinous cube.
An all food-based set.
Next up, we have a pretty epic collaboration, a long time in the making. And to tell you a little more, we have a special guest.
Hi, Mark. Well, I am very excited to be here to help you announce the collaboration that we have all been waiting for. Dungeons and Dragons is coming to the Magic Multiverse.
That's right.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yep. This is a full black bordered standard legal set in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. We're calling it Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. We could not be more excited for this.
For over 45 years, Dungeons and Dragons has been the premier tabletop role-playing game, and we are finally bringing our brands together for a full-fledged card set that both D&D and Magic players will not want to miss.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Shelley.
Bye, Shelley.
Bye.
Okay, well, there's something else in here that looks pretty interesting, and I think I
Oh my
know
goodness
where this one's
gracious,
going.
guys.
Tell me more about this, Mark. I can take a guess,
Yeah.
but I think I know what's up.
Yeah, if all that weren't enough, we are rounding out the year by going back to my favorite plane. This is Innistrad. So we've had so many ideas for how to bring back that kind of classic Innistrad feeling, fun stuff with werewolves, fun stuff with vampires. We actually couldn't fit it all in one set, so we're doing 2 Innistrad sets. 2 full-sized sets. The first one really focuses on werewolves, and the second one is more focused on vampires. And I've even
set
heard
name's not
rumors of
final.
a vampire wedding.
Okay.
Wow.
So if that
I was
sounds
gonna say,
interesting to you,
let's get a little more creative,
tune in at
guys.
the end of next year.
No
Well-
Italian food at that wedding.
That definitely does interest me. Mark, one of my favorite parts of Magic each year are these specialized sets. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
They're just
Yeah, we got some cool stuff.
Dumping
We
info today.
are doing a little thing we're calling Time Spiral Remastered. We took a look at the entire Time Spiral block and we kind of distilled them into a brand new draft experience. So it pulls cards from all 3 of those into a new way to play. If you were around originally for Time Spiral, this is a great way to dive back in and see those cards again. if you weren't around, this is your chance to experience it. So a really unique experience, a fun product.
Nuts.
And we decided to do one special thing in the spirit of time spiral and time travel and kind of retro love. We're putting one card in each of these boosters that appears in the original border. So these look like old Magic cards. We get asked about this all the time, and we said this is the place to do it. Time Spiral Remastered, 1 per pack. Some very cool looking cards.
That is super cool.
I love it.
Okay, anything else?
So speaking of things that
Foils,
fans are asking for, there's another thing that we know you want, we hear you, and it's the fetches. So next year we're doing Modern Horizons 2. It's Modern Horizons 1 was a ton of fun.
Oh wow.
We loved it. We hope you all loved it. We're bringing it back for a sequel, so a lot of the same kind of energy from Modern Horizons 1 is returning. And I can officially confirm that the 5 enemy fetches are in the set. They're in boosters. Modern Horizons 2 featuring the enemy fetches. You've heard it here first.
All
Super
right.
sweet, yes.
Okay.
It's about time as well. Okay, something else in this treasure chest makes me a little curious. What is this?
That time for a shoe-themed set, right?
I wish. We're not quite there yet. I'm working on them.
What do y'all think about these
are doing
shoes?
something
Y'all
fun
seen
with
them on
shoes,
Twitter.
though. We teamed up with our friends at K-Swiss, and we worked with them to create an exclusive Jace shoe that you're holding there.
What?
Yeah, so you can see some of the details, the colors, the patterns. All of that is particular to Jace. Super beautiful. A lot of great detail. And also they glow in the dark. Did I mention that? They glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark. I could have used this like 2 minutes ago.
Also, it's cool. Those shoes are actually available right now. So there's a very small, limited number. They're going to go very quickly. So if you're interested, act fast. I think there's a
Go buy
URL.
now.
And try to get in on those Jaces. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to adventure into a pair of those.
Whoa.
What? Mark, what does this mean?
Hold out.
Presumably it means it's time to talk about Secret Lair.
Ooh.
Yeah, what would Secret Lair be without some surprises? So, surprise, we're going to announce a new drop right now.
Oh my god.
In 2 days, it's September 3rd. As everyone knows, Yargle Day, every Magic fan's favorite holiday of the year. Our chance to celebrate the greatest frog spirit of them all.
What?
So, we're doing a special drop to celebrate Yargle in all his glory. So, stand by. That's available in 2 days. Yargle Day coming 9/3.
Whoa.
Ah!
There's actually one other interesting thing we're doing with Secret Lair coming up. Jimmy, why don't you take one more look inside the box?
Okay.
Jimmy, watch out!
Whoa.
Yargle's secret lair? Come
The
on.
Walking Dead?
What?
Oh my gosh, it's Bicycle Girl as a walker token. Stay tuned for
So-
more exciting news on Secret Lair and The Walking Dead coming soon.
Hardcore crossover.
Well, that's gonna do it for Zendikar
Oh
Rising
my
as well as
God,
the
they're just
upcoming
going
year in
for it.
Magic.
Yeah, Jimmy, there's just so much to look forward to. I mean, it feels like there's really something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly, Becca, and that's
Yo.
why I'm just really.
Hey,
It's
hey,
day 9.
Jimmy, Becca,
Hey.
my friends, I've been looking for you. How are you doing?
Well, hi, Sean. I mean, we're in the middle of something right now, but
We're doing a thing.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just busy playing Magic the Gathering Arena on mobile.
What?
Yes, for me today, and for you coming soon.
Wait, that's awesome.
Can we? May I?
No, I'm in the middle of a game. But anyways, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you guys. As you were. And Jimmy. Oh!
Oh, it was him. He was the, Well, hey, mobile Arena? What? Arena on mobile?
When?
Count me in.
I know, it's super awesome. I think we should wrap this up so we can see if Sean will let us play.
That's a good point.
Sean,
All
do you
right.
have Zendikar on there yet?
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Y'all. All right. We've got a couple things to unpack. That was insanity. They paid attention to COVID. Let's make sure we don't miss anything. Y'all, this reveal was insane. I think this is the most information we've ever gotten from a single official MTG announcement video ever.
Marker, you ready?
Do you want from the top or?
All right, we're good to go. Is this BTS?
Do you want to watch
hear you
this?
from my
We'll watch
computer,
this,
though.
right?
Arms crossed, arms crossed.
The question is like, if you kicked Jace, I'm like, how many people want to actually kick Jace? There's probably some.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Check out Blood Chiefs first. Blood Chief. Wow.
I heard collaboration, so I thought that must be us.
Yeah, by the way.
Blood Chiefs first.
Sold out.
I can't say that.
Yes,
Already
it
gone.
absolutely makes sense. Can I accomplish it? We'll find out.
Just looking through all these steps. Let me.
Blood Chiefs thirst.
Give me back, Jimmy.
I'm sorry, I was just busy playing Magic the Gathering Arena on mobile.
That's awesome.
I'll let you have a little bit more reaction then.
Blood Chiefs thirst. God, Lee.
Okay.
That's the card we picked.
And the end.
Coming soon.
Way to go, fans on, mask time. We did it.
It was fun.
17 take Tayback. That's what they call me.
And cut. Beautiful. Cut.
I'd love to quickly get to a point where I never ever have to say Blood Chiefs thirst ever again. So.
All right. Goodness gracious. Okay. Here we go. Where do we even start? Obviously, we've got the Expedition lands. Look at these. Expedition lands will be... Okay, so each draft booster box and set booster display, so set booster boxes, will have a regular Expedition as a box topper. And then collector booster displays have 2 box toppers. And then premium foil expeditions are going to be, I'm assuming, randomly in collector boosters. So that is, I guess, how we're going to see expeditions this year. And then they also announced that Modern Horizons 2, between quarter 3, quarter 4 next year, is going to have the enemy fetches. Now, these aren't limited to just fetch lands here. These are also going to include the Battle Bond lands. The enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents' lands. And also, we're going to have Wasteland reprint in there as well. So, there it is. There's been a lot of speculation about where the expeditions were going to be. They are in draft booster boxes and set booster displays as regular expeditions as box toppers. And then collector booster displays are going to have 2 box toppers. And that's going to be guaranteed, I suppose. And then the premium foil expeditions are going to be randomly in collector boosters. So, y'all, collector boosters of this pack, of this set, are going to be off the chain. This is incredible. All right, so that's expeditions. Now, let's look at partner mechanic. Not partner mechanic. What are we calling it? What is this? Party mechanic. Let's look at Linvala. Christopher Jensen, appreciate the subscription there. At the beginning of combat, Linvala, Shield of the Seagate, 3 mana for a 3/3 flyer. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Until your next turn, it can attack, block, or activate abilities. And then you can sack Linvala to choose hexproof or indestructible, and creatures you control gain that ability until end of turn. This is an incredible... I love this card. This is insane. And this party mechanic. What else we got here? We also got Tazri, Beacon of Unity. 1 white, 4 other for a 4/6, but if you look there, it's a 5-color commander. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, which is Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. Tazri can also search up allies. These are, I mean, new 5-color commander here. Look at the top 6 cards of your library for either 8 mana or 4, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, 1 green. You may reveal up to, or any combination thereof. You may reveal up to 2 Cleric, Rogues, Warriors, Wizards, or allies. Put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Not ridiculously powerful, but a cool 5-color commander for questing party. Maybe even for allies. Maybe both. I would probably combine it into both. Yeah, great flavor. Not incredibly impactful, but great flavor. This card, I think, actually has some promise. You got to find a full party with just blue and white. But, I mean, what do we got? Clerics are in white, easy. Rogues, I think we've got blue, easy. Warrior? Warrior in white and blue, probably white, right? And then Wizards, definitely blue. Done and done. I think they summed up Magic the Casual. I think they summed up Warlocks into just Wizards. They went with Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. So healer, DPS, tank, support. Big fan of these. Let's look at our other new 4-color commander. Omnath, Locus of Creation. I think this is the most excited I am for a card today besides dual lands. So you got 1 red, 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. Elemental, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, because why not? I guess. You want it to be a powerful commander, have it draw cards. And then it's got landfall. It's got this multi-landfall, so we may actually... It'd be interesting if we see more of this in the set, too, because... I mean, I think this is the first time we've seen multiple landfall do increasing things, give you increasing value. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life if it's the first time the ability is resolved. If it's the second time, you add a red, a green, a white, and a blue. And if it's the third time, it deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. That's wild. So yeah, let's look at the, let me see if I can find something good on party mechanic. I'm seeing a lot of chatting about the party mechanic here. They had some good cards that showed off party mechanic. Here we go. Here's one. Acquisitions Expert. 1 black, 1 other for a 1/2 human rogue. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. You choose one of those cards, that player discards that card. Your party consists of up to 1 each of Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. It's interesting to me that they've made a mechanic that requires 2 lines minimum of reminder text. Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. So it's checking for specific. This is a pretty advanced mechanic that's checking for multiple things. It's very Arena. I don't think some of these cards would have been possible without Arena really driving the play experience right now, especially for new sets. Checking for Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. That's, you know, a new player. That's not as easy or simple a mechanic to just knock right onto. But still, I think it's very cool. It's a hell of a mechanic. Very flavorful. Yeah, it definitely counts itself. So it's already... this card alone is going to enter the battlefield. Target opponent reveals a number of cards from your hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. So if this is the only creature on the battlefield, that's 1. And that player discards that card. Last of Us clips, that's a good question. I wonder if there's a creature that's all of these types. A Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard, that would be a lot. I would venture to guess that there's going to be a few that are 2. You could have a Warrior Wizard. Or a Rogue Wizard. Actually, now I'm curious. Do they exist in Magic at all? Rogue type Wizard. There's too much to check, but... Okay, so this is a rogue that transforms into a wizard. Bearer of Overwhelming Truths. We have no Warrior Wizards. Hey, look at that. We got 2 Cleric Wizards. Shield Mage Elder. Uncommon Cleric Wizard from Onslaught. Yeah. Now we're getting spicy. Tap 2 untap clerics you control. Hey, look at foils of this card. By the way, y'all want a little finance tip here live? Foils of this card for EDH. Tap 2 untap clerics you control. Fog for 1 creature. Tap 2 untap wizards you control. Fog for 1 spell. Yeah, Changeling's gonna be huge. Make sure to go check out. We've got a video on the channel that talks about Changeling's impact for creature-based decks, for tribal-based decks. I think it's built around that focuses Ren and Siri in that video. But I go through a lot of the good Changelings for that kind of strategy. So yeah, that's here. What are our other combinations? Cleric Warrior, do you think? We looked up Warrior Wizard already. Oh, it's not. What is it? What is it? It's not type Changeling, is it? That's in the Oracle text. You sort by price. Descending. So these are going to be some of your most expensive ones. If you're looking at shapeshifters for the 5-color deck for Tazri, this one. If you're looking to make Tazri cheaper, I mean right here, one of these creatures on the battlefield makes it 4 cheaper, right? Am I reading that correct? One Changeling on the battlefield is 4 cheaper. And so that's actually interesting. It's actually interesting that you could, I mean, so Tazri would cost 1 the first time. So it's looking for the individual creatures. It's counting number of creatures, not creature types on individual cards. So multiple of the same type on the creature is not going to count. Okay. That's a good note. Each creature in your party, yeah, not each creature type across whatever. That would be the wording. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh yeah, Baran, I was like, all right, let's break this immediately. Fortunately, I'm not an MTG designer. Yeah, you would need 4 total creatures. That's correct. Two time you would love the Yargle Secret Lair. Let's look at these. These are probably the biggest thing of the day. Sleeper, gonna be hiding behind different things. But we've got dual lands here. Rare lands. Up to 4 in any deck. And honest to God, I mean, besides Commander, where you only need Singleton, these are going to be 4-ofs in... I don't see how these aren't 4-ofs in any multicolor deck in every format. Am I right? Like, these are going to be... Yeah, these are... Okay, so for those of you that didn't see it live, these are modal... They're calling them modal DFCs, modal dual face cards, where essentially one card is 2 different cards stapled to each other. You choose which way you play it straight up. So you've got, let me see the, there was some modal spell. Yeah, so here we go. You can either play 1 red, 2 other, instant, put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards plus 1. Or, if it's early on, it's a mountain that comes into play tapped. But with these dual lands, where'd they go? Where'd I move them? Oh, did I? clicked off them. That's okay. We can find them again. With these have no drawback. They have no drawback at all. Clearwater Pathway is just a land. I guess the only not absolutely insanely busted thing about these cards is that this side doesn't say island and then the other side doesn't say swamp. So this is the same card, Murkwater Pathway, Clearwater Pathway. You can either have it enter to tap for blue or enter to have it tap for black. You cannot fetch these up. Yeah, right. Alexandrio, I mean, yeah, Blood Moon will hit these. Yeah, if these were fetchable, they'd be bestowed. Boosted. Bustardo. They're already insane. Joseph, I don't know. I don't. I mean, it opens up deck building a little bit, man. Multiple of the mana symbol in casting costs. If I was running a black-blue deck, there's just no downside to not running 4 of these as 4 of your lands. Barry, I need to confirm that, but I am under the impression that when these hit, once you've used one side, that's it. That you cannot flip these. That's just my understanding. I've got to confirm that. Yeah, casual. I'm assuming if you flicker them, that they can come in as either side. And obviously, if they get bounced to your hand, they can be replayed as any sign. This one, these are just, this is a huge thing here. These are crazy. These are nuts. They are insane. Let's see what else we got today. I mean, goodness gracious, what else did not, what did we not get? So we learned that the list is, they showed some new cards for it. Food Chain, Simian Spirit Guide, Slimefoot. One of those is exciting. Vote now in chat for which one of these is the most exciting. Slimefoot, Obvi. Yep, of course. Duh. Then we also got announced what next year's releases are gonna be. Yeah, we saw the Expedition lands, we saw the dual lands, we saw DFCs, we saw our new cards. Oh yeah, here, let's look at some, look at that card. Ugh. I want it. I want it. I need it. That is gorgeous. Absolutely insane. Which means also that Lotus Cobra is returning. And this art is sick too. It's all just good. Will, thank you for the super chat. Saying, so then I should buy collector's boxes. Yeah, it's kind of looking that way. You're guaranteed. I think you're guaranteed too. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to the dual land thing. We'll go in one more time. I want to talk about these lands. Gotta skip it. Here we go. So each draft, it's up here. Expedition lands. So collector booster displays have 2 as box toppers. So you're guaranteed 2 fetches with a collector booster display. And then also you have a chance in the collector booster boxes, collector boosters, the boosters themselves. You have a chance to open the foil ones. So yeah, Will, I would say we've got some interesting videos to make, but I would say that collector's boosters of this product are going to be absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely nuts. We saw the beautiful Lotus Cobra. We looked at the new Omnath. Look at this special frame of Omnath. Ooh. So gorgeous. This is insanity. Yeah, well, I just think it's gonna be nuts. Yeah, there are some other expeditions, Goat. You're right. It's not just fetches. Like, I would assume that the expedition lands are not going to be on Magic Arena. Two-second, y'all. I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back. Thank you. Been sitting here drinking G Fuel all morning. Had to use the bathroom. Y'all, this frame, I love the showcase frame for this set. This like hedron design down through here is gorgeous to me. This isn't the only one we've seen, but this is the most just absolutely beautiful one that we've seen. I love how it forms into the legendary frame up here. The foil of this card is going to be nuts. Food time, you got that? Have we got more spoilers dropping? We know that more spoilers are going to be dropping over the day. Online here. What is this? Merfolk Rogue. Zareth San the Trickster. Let's check it out, y'all. We have got 5 cost, legendary Merfolk Rogue, 4/4, Flash. Pay 4, return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand. Put Zareth San, the Trickster, from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Whenever Zareth San deals combat damage to a player, you may put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there, y'all. This is an unblockable tribal commander here. Return an unblocked attacking rogue you control. So for 4, you can just put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking once you've got a rogue that's unblocked. And then when it actually deals the combat damage, you can put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Interest from hand, you're right. Yep, that is not a command zone ability there. You're absolutely right. So this goes into, this is in the 99 for sure, right? But it's not going to be the commander of that deck. Oh. 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 All right, we talked about this card in our What We Know About Zendikar video about 2 weeks ago. Let's look at Nissa of Shadowed Bowels. 1 green, 1 black, 2 other. Landfall. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on Nissa. +1, untap target land you control. You may have it become a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace until end of turn. -5, you may put a creature card with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Landfall. So you play this on turn 5 and you can get that effect, right? So you play it for 4, you play your land for turn, it goes up to 5 loyalty. You -5 to return a creature card with CMC less than or equal to 5 from your graveyard. Put a creature card, no, from your hand or graveyard with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And yeah, Keith, you're absolutely right. This is more from David Raposa. He has knocked these planeswalkers out of the park as vignetted, if that's a word, storytelling versions of these planeswalkers. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And don't forget, Evan, you're absolutely right. Evan, everybody look at Evan's comment. That's a great point. Azusa. We got that Azusa, y'all. That landfall trigger on anything that's worth a crap, like Nissa of Shadowed Bowels. I think this is going to be a card. Casual, yeah, the collector booster boxes will have 2 box toppers. I assume they'll just be in there in a pack. In a cellophane box topper wrapper. Azusa might end up not being a card, but I mean, it's going to be one of the early first build around, but like special cards for landfall. Definitely going to play, definitely going to synergize well. Kyle, what's up? Oh, yo, Kyle, so far, so crazy. Have you not seen this? We've got expeditions as box toppers and booster boxes and set booster displays, 2 box toppers and collector boosters and foil versions of the expedition lands in collector boosters. And the expedition lands include our enemy and ally fetch lands, presumably the lands from Battle Bond, with some special toss-ins like Wasteland. We got new mechanic called Party. In your party, where it checks for a cleric, a rogue, a warrior, a wizard. We got a new Omnath that's 4 colors. There's more about Party. We got a new Nissa. Confirmed. Golgari Nissa. Nissa's pissed, y'all. No, those fetches will be special cards. They are not standard legal. I think they've said pretty unequivocally that they're not going to have standard legal fetches, at least for the foreseeable future. Okay, here we go. We're already going on the memes, y'all. Strixhaven, School of Mages. Harry Potter Jace. Strixhaven is definitely our Harry Potter set, y'all. Which actually is a great thing to talk about. So we have now seen, they teased at the end of the live reveal, if you were watching, they teased that we're going to have a Walking Dead secret lair. And so the licensing crossovers now, they said, guys, Ikoria, Godzilla, that went great. How do we do that more? Here you go. Special edition. I want, some Harry Potter characters as the same thing they did with Godzilla, where some of the cards are just Harry Potter, y'all. Cavern of Souls. Food time keeping us on the up and up. Yep, look at that. Cavern of Souls Expedition. Y'all, these collector boosters are going to be off the chain expensive. These collector boosters are going to be wildly expensive. The frames look great. I'm assuming the foils are gonna look cool. That art looks neat. I'm just gonna say neat. Wow, wow, wow. Casual, I don't know yet. I haven't looked at any of the costs on anything. I'm still freaking out about all the cards. Here's some more of our Battle Bond lands. We got a luxury suite. That's cool. Ooh. I love that one. The Hedrons with the water spilling out in the sky. There's been so much we haven't even talked about how Nahiri's a bad guy now. Bad girl. Antagonist. Confounding Conundrum. 1 blue, 1 other enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player had another land enter the battlefield under their control this turn, they return a land they control to its owner's hand. Here's a little balance for all the ramp. Wow. Wow. Y'all. This... Fetch land decks hate this. It cantrips. And if it's the second land coming into the battlefield under their control this turn, they have to return a land they control to its owner's hand. This is sick. What? It's interesting that that affects in blue. Coveted Prize. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, which is Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. Search your library for a card. Put it into your hand. Shuffle your library. If you have a full party, you can cast a spell with CMC 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this card is nuts. I'm interested to see how they color pie out Clerics, Rogues, Warriors, and Wizards in this deck, in this set. And you damn better well bet. If you want some older spec cards, I would go start looking up old Clerics, Rogues, Warriors, and Wizards that are already in that like $5 to $15 range, because those, at least in the immediate, are going to jump up like crazy. I mean, yeah, if there's an easy way, to get all 4 onto the battlefield at the same time, which I'm assuming that they wouldn't make it impossible in a set where that's so clearly one of their focused mechanics. You gotta have some that are doubles. Yeah, that card is nuts. So far, this has been a very crazy one. We saw Spoils of Adventure in the live stream. A blue, a white, 4 other, instant speed, draw 3, gain 3, and it costs 1 less for each creature in your party. Very, very interesting. This is a cool way. This is a cool way of not bringing back allies, but kind of bringing back allies and making it more relevant. Does that make sense? This feels more relevant than, another creature type on top of all other creature types, ally, and trying to make that work, trying to make those synergies work. This seems more synergistic and more possible. Eric, Changeling will affect party, but it's only by one card. So like one Changeling won't give you each, all 4. But a Changeling would count for one of the 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Tazri does mention Ally, but again, it's just Ally was such a cool mechanic in the original Zendikar that just... It was a win more mechanic almost. You had to like snowball with multiple allies all working together. And if the critical ones were removed or if you got board wiped, check out Outlaw's Merriment. Does this fit in well? Fit in well with our adventuring party? Yep, Warrior Cleric Rogue. Everything but Wizard available on here. Everything but Wizard available. Zendikar rotation. $2021. So we'll have Eldraine through 2021. Sorry, I just wanted to confirm that. Yeah, I mean this is a pretty solid way of getting this mechanic online. This has seen Fringe play already. Not a ton of love for it because it is a random effect. And but it would have been interesting if they had saved the party mechanic for the D&D set, but I think that we'll see more of an emphasis on it then, and the 2 sets are going to be standard legal together for quite some time. Yeah, Casual, we're going to get to that secret layer in a minute. Need I say more? Need I say more? Enemy Fetch is going to be in Modern Horizons 2. Wild. Wonder if we'll see a insanity effect on Modern with Horizons 2. Be great by then if they would make this arena legal. Am I right? Let's start expanding that card pool for Historic. Historic's already a pretty great format that they're obviously putting a lot of attention on. Casual, catch you later. Eric, what'd you miss? That's a loaded question. A lot of stuff. We got Old Border coming in Time Spiral Remastered. 1 card each booster will have an Old Border reprint. Premium foil versions of these Old Border cards will be available. Confirmed here on the official Twitter. Tabletop release. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool little thing that we're going to get next year. That's not immediate. There's the Nissa. Buy now for 1 cent. What does that mean? What's going on at Channel Fireball? I'm confused by what that means. 1 cent. Whatever. Moving on. This Nissa is just great. And like Yo-Man said up there in the Twitter, don't forget that Heartless Act is best Doomblade right now in Standard. And this is going to take counters off of it. Yeah, Eric, that's a full sheet World of Spark. My partner on the channel, Jake, he gave me that as a present. So I had it framed. Had to put it up behind me, you know? My whole setup over here is very messy. I'm going through and reorganizing my collection and selling a bunch of stuff right now. Is it sideways? No, it's not sideways. Might be flipped. Might be flipped in the image. Oh yeah, it is top to bottom longer. Oh, you can't see the whole thing. Here, let me do this carefully. Whoop. There's the whole thing. My Jace the Mind Sculptor print up there. Moved for wife's work, Rob. Yeah, I used to live in LA with Jake. My wife and I lived over there, and we moved for wife got a job here in Boston. So what else we got here? Oh, here's our breakdown on collector booster contents. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to unpack here. We'll definitely be having a video on this pretty soon. Jake's got some unpacking to do on the collector booster reprints. Okay. Okay. All right. So look at this. Look at this. Tajuru Paragon is also a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard. So we knew that there were going to be cards that counted as multiple, and this one does. Kicker 3 when it enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, look at the top 6. Put a card that shares a creature type from among them into your hand. So you can go search up another cleric, rogue, warrior. But look at this circled part down here. If Tajuru Paragon is the only creature you control, there's one creature in your party. So y'all were right about that. Yeah, Keith, you nailed it. But we knew that there was going to be a card that counted as extra creature types. And there's an example. I wonder if this is going to be a cycle. I wonder if we're going to get a Paragon in each color. Here's that release schedule. Talk about this. We got MTG God of War. We got Give Us Money for Your Nostalgia. We got MTG Harry Potter. We got, look at our other brands, we're going to put them in MTG. We got Give Us Your Money for Fetchland reprints. And then we got Give Us Your Money for Nostalgia. Kaldheim is not related to Kaladesh. Yeah, Food Time, it's not clear. I know that they said in the live stream that these are not the final names, but they did not say anything about Q4. I wonder if it's going to be some kind of new funky set where like 2 release at the same time and there's a lot of like Pokemon Red and Blue. I wonder if there's going to be Innistrad Werewolves and Innistrad Vampires. We got Pokemon Innistrad Werewolves and Pokemon Innistrad Vampires. Yeah, as of yet, it does not look like we're going to get a core set next year. But Food, I think you're correct that this is going to feel like a core set. I bet that we don't get any brand new mechanics in this set. I bet that's why now earlier somebody in chat, and I think this is starting to make sense to me now, why they're putting this party mechanic in Zendikar so that we can get used to it by the time that D&D comes out, is so that they don't print any new sets, any new mechanics into D&D, the set, so that it can act like a core set. You think snow cards will make a comeback in Kaldheim? I think that's a safe bet. I think that snow permanents in general, snow will be a thing yet again. Oh yeah, Keith, you're right. We got MTG Twilight and MTG Twilight New Moon. We've got MTG Harry Potter and MTG God of War. Pretty sick. Pretty sick sets coming out. It's crazy that I just want to reiterate again. It's crazy that we had so much information all at once. I love it. I love it. As if Jake and I didn't have enough videos to make already. Now we got to talk about all this crap. Luckily, we love doing what we do. I'm gonna open this up in a new tab. We're gonna save that one. See what else we got. Yeah, the only thing that made me skeptical that a card like this would exist was that the type line's not long enough, not big enough for Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard. And so they were like, you know what? Screw it. Let's put it in the text box. That'll be easier. Check Mythic Spoiler. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right. We got some legendaries. We've talked about all 5 of these. Let's start with Drana. The Last Blood Chief. Do we make her bigger? How do we make her bigger? Like that? Now the Verizon ad is incredibly large. All right. That's as close as we can get here. Black 3 other for a legendary vampire with flying. Whenever Drana attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, and it's a vampire. That's pretty sick. Pretty sick. It's nice that it's an attack trigger and not a combat damage trigger. It is a little limiting. I don't think that this is a commander-worthy card. I think that this goes into the 99 for sure. But I don't think that I would play this as my main commander. But I've still got my Sorin Vampires deck that I've just kind of slowly upgraded with better and better vampires as since that product came out. And so this is definitely in the 99. Bring a creature card back from the graveyard to the battlefield on an attack trigger. Love it. Lifelink would have made sense on her. The art actually kind of looks like some kind of weird lifelink blood bond thing. Go back. We've seen Zareth San, the trickster. Let's look at Aura. Skyclave Hierophant. Hierophant? Anybody know how to pronounce that? 1 black, 1 white, 2 other for a 3/3 lifelinking core cleric. Whenever Aura or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad. Not bad. If there be a cleric tribal deck, this is for sure in it. That was always something about clerics that was a big thing. Type cleric. What was the set? Was it Onslaught? Yes, Rotlung Reanimator. I loved this card back in the day. I loved this card. Cards like this, they remind me of cards like this back from Onslaught block. MTG Game of Thrones. Here we go. Now we're getting it, y'all. Now we're getting it. Yeah, it's got to be a lesser CMC. But, I mean, what's the what's the name of that one drop? What's the name of that one drop from a recent set when it comes out of the graveyard? It comes out as a 5/5 demon. Somebody knows the name of that card. What is that one called? Thank you. I gotta spell right. Cleric, y'all. Whenever enter another cleric you control dies, return target cleric with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it enters from the graveyard. Create a 5/5. Not a bad little not a bad little combo. Bad little combo. It's a human cleric. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Back it up a little bit. Back it up. Back it up just a little bit. Lotus Cobra. Wind Robber. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player mills a card. It's a Merfolk Rogue. I think we're going to see a lot of that in this set. 2 creature types, and one of the creature types are relevant to the party. Sack Merfolk Wind Robber, draw a card. Activated only if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. That's a pretty cool little card. Spitfire Lagak. I don't know how to pronounce that. Landfall. Deals the damage to each opponent. Fine. Might of Marasa. Fine. We're looking for rares. Oh, whoa. Oh, of course. Of course. So we're going to have showcase arts on these as well, on these dual lands that I already think are going to be ridiculously expensive. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Of course. Of course. MTG Game of Thrones? Sure. Sure. Here we go. Borderless modal DFC lands. Ooh, y'all. Y'all. Yeah, only downside is once they come in, they're stuck, but y'all, that's not that much of a downside. The upside outweighs that downside. Definitely outweighs the downside. Crazy, crazy. What do I think of Tazri? We talked about it. I think the Tazri's fine. I think it's not going to be a super powerful card, commander, but I think that it is a very flavorful commander, and it'll be a fun one to build. I think, obviously, you need to go in. This is one for my 3-way series that'll probably have one way to build, and that is Party Tribal. You need Clerics, Rogues, Warriors, Wizards, and Allies in the deck to, you know, hit with the activated ability there. And so it's a fun tribal deck. Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, Wizard. I would see if you can find, like, maybe make it human tribal would be a way to go. So you go human clerics, human rogues, human warriors, human wizards, human allies, so that you can play the standard, you know, EDH tribal cards, banner and things like that, Cavern of Souls, and you still get to take advantage of the it's kind of a multi-tribal deck. That art is sick on her. Chris Ron. Always a champ. Always a champ. Let's kill that. Say bye to Omnath. Obviously, these are just gorgeous. So much money. So expensive. So insane. Oh look, yeah, I agree with this person. Why isn't this a white card? Couldn't agree more. Oof. This right here. These set boosters are something that I'm very interested in seeing, getting my hands on, seeing exactly what the hell's going on with those. All right, that's enough scrolling through Twitter. I'm not seeing any new stuff. We're gonna go back to Mythic Spoiler. Mythic Spoiler is gonna have our updates, and then Scryfall later in the day. There's a lot so far. This has been a big day for announcements. Lotus Cobra. Confirmed reprinting. All this party-based stuff. This is so crazy. Yeah, and they even double down confirmed that Arena to Mobile is still coming this year. I was for sure that that was going to be one of those announcements that by December they walk back and they're like, it's going to be Q1 next year. But, I mean, they put it in this announcement. So, obviously they're play testing it, and we'll see. I don't know how they're going to make some of the things happen that need to happen, but kind of insane. Here's a dude riding a big bird thing. Final Fantasy style. Like a chocobo. What can you do? Look at this. Look at this card in white. This is crazy. Farsight Adept. 1 white, 2 other. When it enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each draw a card. A weird effect on white. Root Grazer. 2/3 for 2 with Vigi. Tap, you can put a basic land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Or tap, return target basic land you control to its owner's hand. Get those multiple landfall triggers happening. The spell lands. I'm always for versatility on cards, period. Especially for Arena. You know, versatility on cards makes for fewer non-games, which I think is always going to be a problem with MTG just because of the resource system in the game. But the more you can make it versatile, the more you can make each card versatile, then the more there are not, you know, games that, you know, one person's playing and one person's not. I think that's a good thing. I'd rather win a good game than, you know, just absolutely rickroll somebody because they didn't draw enough lands or they drew too many lands or something. I'll take a win however I can get it, but still. I don't think so, Keith. They're not basic lands. These are just lands. I'm assuming these are non-basic lands. And so I don't think you can return these. Yeah. Here's Bloodchief's Thirst. I think this card is going to be removal in the format for a while. And I'm loving how they're putting Destroy Creature or Planeswalker on these cards. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with CMC 2 or less. For 1 mana. Sorcery speed, but it's only 1 mana. If the spell was kicked, instead destroy target creature or planeswalker. So, I mean, Vraska's Contempt was played in standard, right? 4 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Granted, it doesn't exile. like Vraska's Contempt did, but you know, black 2 on a removal spell is not completely out of the question. I don't want to picture a 2-cost Planeswalker. Tom, I'm sorry. I'm a English speaker only, my man. Oh yeah, original Tybalt's garbage. Oh man, this is just, what a nuts day, y'all. What a nuts day. All of the new sets announced, all of the new cards, the new mechanics. Let's see if we can get that secret lair. We didn't talk about Yargle's secret lair yet. What is this? What the hell is this? This secret lair... I don't know how much value this secret lair is gonna have, y'all. I just... Oh, was that not the official... Oh, this is the one where they're collabing with Walking Dead. We licensed, y'all. We licensed materials now. Here we go, let's go back to here. I don't see the rest of our Yargle. Somebody can find me a link with the other Yargle pictures. That'd be great. Quite a few Yargles there, Andy Rhodes. Yeah, so this one is a test. This one, like all other secret layers, is a test. They want to see. They want to see if they can sell a meme. And you gotta hand it to them. I mean, it's a nice. You might as well make the try. Take the shot. I've never heard of Yargle Day, but Yargle noises intensify. What does this translate into? Oh, thank you, Google. It translates into Yargle noises intensify. Got it. They're just trying to see if they can sell a meme. Lots of complaints so far that this is a half cycle. Half enemy colors, half ally colors. Blue, black, red, green, green, white, white, black, red, white, blue, red. The other side's on the bottom. Still a crazy, just insanity. Cards are crazy.
That's what
So nuts. Absolutely nuts, man. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out. We're gonna wrap this stream up for now. Got a lot of videos to run to the studio and start creating for you. Appreciate everybody hanging out for this live reveal of Zendikar. Like I said earlier, this is the craziest one yet. So nuts. If you want to support us, we have a Patreon. Link is down in the description below. We're doing 4 bundle giveaways this month over on our Patreon. And that's not going to happen until next Monday. So it's a great month to join if you're interested. If you've been thinking about joining our Patreon, it's a great month to do that. We're giving away 4 bundles on it next Monday. So you've got the rest of the week to decide over there. Also, if you want to join the channel, we got badges and emotes. You know how it goes for the live streams, of which we will be doing many more. I hope you've noticed that we've been live much more lately, and that's a trend. We are going to continue trending more and more live streams so that we can hang out with y'all, see your beautiful chats, and you can look at my ugly mug. Other than that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody's hyped about Zendikar. I certainly am. I'm going to leave you with Nissa of Shadowed Boughs. This Planeswalker's going to be busted. Y'all know it is. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Y'all have a good one.